So I think the story could be the number one, if not the most important thing.
Bumblebee Tuna. Hi there, nice to see you. Bumblebee Tuna? Bumblebee Tuna!
Okay, so today's video we're going to cover the problem with the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Most people probably don't really care about the game. As for me and my family, I think we are really interested in it because, I have grown up playing all the Batman games. They haven't really, but personally, they mean a lot to me and how much they changed my aspect and perspective on gaming as a whole. Obviously, I played Call of Duty and other third-person shooters, but for the gaming franchise, as just from a story aspect, they've been really interesting to me and played a big part on how I view other games, and I compare a lot of other games to this game and their franchise, like the Arkham series and everything. But I know I shouldn't do that, but I do it anyway. With that being said, I want to get into what I have problems with the game today. Okay, first things first, just to, get the elephant out of the room. I don't hate this game. I actually am very interested in it. I really think that it can be a great game. I don't know nothing about being a really good looter shooter player because I've been pretty average on my Fortnite scene. I'm not really that fantastic at many first-person shooters. Most of the FPS games I've played were like Call of Duty. I've been getting into Rainbow Six Siege a lot lately, but for the most part, most of the games I've played were pretty casual. I'm not a very big person on like, RPG, and then on top of that third-person shooting games. I think this game can work in its own little way. Personally, after watching a lot of Salvage's videos and Degenerate J, they make sense where they're talking about how it shouldn't have been in the Arkham universe, so then it could give it its own little spin-off with the Batman and Justice League's franchise and all that, so then they don't really damage what they've already built up, So like, for me, I think they should just, honestly, they should have switched it when they made Gotham Knights. Make Gotham Knights canon in the Arkham universe, and then vice versa, But with that being said, it is what it is. So personally, my first thing first that I don't like is the gameplay. I don't like just being only a shooting game. Okay, so like, yeah, you could say, well, in the Suicide Squad movies, they just shot everybody and completed their mission that way. Well, that's the movie. And on top of the movie, certain characters have guns, not everybody, like King Shark in the movie didn't have a gun. Neither did, Captain Boomerang in the first movie, he didn't really have a gun either, Granted, he's gonna have some special abilities such as the Speed Force Gauntlets, which is, I think, dope. That's probably the coolest traversal I've ever seen in Rocksteady's games. I don't think it's compared enough to Insomniac's web swinging in Spider-Man 2 or any of the other Spider-Mans for that aspect, but I do think it is compatible. Anyway, so I think that with all the other characters in the game having their own unique traversing style, I think that's really dope. I don't really think there's anything really wrong with that. It's more just like I say, how everybody has a gun. Everybody's not Deadshot, bro. They're not gonna be hitting headshots like here and there, like fucking Jesus, like they're literally specific for their characters. Harley Quinn has a bat, and she's crazy. She's kind of like the Joker a little bit, And Deadshot is who Deadshot is. He's literally an expert marksman. He's just like Bloodsport. I can't believe I forgot that. I had to look it up. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it was, really good watching the second movie compared to the first one. Obviously, they're technically in the same universe. But pause. No product placement on this person. I could drink water, but zero sugar. But back to what I was saying. They should have added Peacemaker, for God's sakes. Like, honestly, that would have been way better than adding freaking. King Shark should have been more of a DLC character in my opinion. because if they're gonna go the route of a third-person shooter, they could have went with Peacemaker first because he shoots guns, and it would have made more sense. But I mean, as a marketing standpoint, he's a lot bigger. Most people might know him a lot more than Peacemaker if they never seen the movie or the show. But honestly, I think it would have worked out better if they would have worked out right. Now, another thing that I don't know how I'm gonna like. It's just the story. I think might carry the game for the most part. Okay. Going to the next. The story. So I think the story could be number one, if not the most important thing, pulling the game. Basically, the story's gonna carry no matter what happens during the story or the gameplay or whatever. You know, like you're gonna be playing the game, and every single cutscene is gonna feel like a movie because it's coming from one of, if not the best, gaming studios known to man, Rocksteady. Damn near close as, I would say, maybe just as good as Rockstar, if not better, because I mean they literally pump out really great stories every single game they make. So honestly, if it wasn't canon and it was made by a different company, you know, in a different universe, I think it would work out better. But honestly, it is what it is. The story is going to be the best part about it. Brainiac, I think he's going to be a great influence for the game. He's going to make the characters flesh out the characters a lot better. It's going to be, in my opinion, way more versatile when it comes to why they have to kill the Justice League. Now, at first, I was very weary when the game first came out. But no, like, he's the most versatile part of the game. He's going to make the main reason why it made sense to me, because at first when I found out about how the Justice League were going to be the villains of the story and not the heroes. That's my son. He's playing with toys. Anyway, how they're going to be the villains of the story and not the heroes. I thought that part was insane until I found out it was going to be Brainiac. Personally, if they do end up killing the Justice League, it's not going to be the end of the world for me, because I think if they were to kill them, they would somehow restore justice in the league. So they would restore the justice in everybody by bringing them back. I mean, I don't know how far Kevin Conroy got in voicing the Batman's lines and everything, if he got to finish the game or not. I believe they said he did, which, you know, rest in peace, he's my hero. He played Batman for all 3 titles of the franchise, and he was the for all the animated series and all that. If he got to finish all his lines for the game, I could truly see that they could bring them back if they do have to kill them. With all the leaks going out and all the speculation and everything, I don't know if they're going to truly make it to where that's what happens, because I mean they could have changed it last minute because they could have had different type of betas, but this late in the game I highly doubt that with the game coming out in at least like damn near 13-12 days depending on when this video gets uploaded. So yeah, so I mean this game is damn near on the brink of coming out. Now, I would say my third and final point for why this game is going to be problematic is the live service aspects of the game. The game should have just been, and only have been, a story, maybe a co-op game, you know. It never should have been nothing near Fortnite. You know, this game is not going to be the next Call of Duty, the next Fortnite. I mean, shoot, who knows? I could prove me wrong. But in my opinion, I don't think from a game coming from a community of comic book characters, where if you want to play as a bunch of third-person looter shooter characters, go to Fortnite. They already have damn near everyone, you know what I'm saying? So like, even play as Batman, you know. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say here is, I don't think the live service aspect of this game is a smart move. They really should have made it to where it was just single player and a little bit of multiplayer. Yeah, you can keep the shooting in the game, but why do you need to add a battle pass to a game that probably has so much already? Just just add DLC later down the road. It would have made it way better. In my personal opinion, all the DLC that came out for the Arkham series was flawless. You know, you can't compete with it. You got to play as Nightwing and Robin in Arkham City. Arkham Knight, you got to play as Azrael. I mean, you got to play as Catwoman in Arkham City too. But you got to play as Harley Quinn, Arkham Knight himself, which is Red Hood, basically. Spoilers if you haven't played the game yet. Because if my internet crashes and I can't play the game that I paid $70 for or $99, depending on which one I decide to go with, I'm going to throw my console out the window, and I'm going to pick up that console, and then I'm going to go somewhere, and I'm going to have to tell them, hey, my console ain't working because the Wi-Fi ain't working. And they're going to be like, oh, well, that's not my problem. Just play the game without Wi-Fi. Oh, I can't do that. Why? Because I mean, I'm not going to say bad words here because I actually do praise their games because I do really like the Batman Arkham Origins. One of the very best games other than any of the other Rocksteady games for me. I mean, most of this video is based off of all my opinion, and that's what it is. Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinions and stuff, but this is just mine. I'm just hoping that they can make it work and not just have to sit there and fight everything that they need and not have it. But personally, if they want to go this route with the live service aspects of this game, I hope the future games they make, depending on how this game goes, which I believe that the game is going to go good, I hope that they somewhat make it memorable without having to spend extra money on the side. Like, microtransactions aren't the worst in the gaming universe, but I do think it could have been better if they were to just make it a story-based game. They don't need to have all different kinds of metas and all this different type of microtransactions going on. I mean, shoot, once I pay for the game, that's my own microtransaction going into the game, so then I can invest my time and my effort. I shouldn't have to invest more of my time and my effort to look good and to feel good when I'm already going to do that to play the story. You know, like, no one wants to play this game 6-7 years down the line thinking that, oh, when the next season for Suicide Squad going to come out, you know, I mean, season 10 is chapter 5, you know, I mean, no, like, we want this game for what it is, and I think it's going to be good. I think it has a lot of potential. Like my brother tells me every single time I have this debate with him, oh, well, just gotta wait till the game comes out, you'll find out. He's like, well, obviously, but at the same time, most people don't really know what they're paying for until they pay for it, and now that they don't have Family Video out anymore, or Redbox, you can't really rent games anymore, and I don't have no problem with that. It's just more the fact that, like, I have a problem with losing my money, not getting my money back, or wasting my money in the same aspect. That being said, I don't have many more things to say. I do want to conclude with one final statement. Everything that I've said about the game, I have nothing negative towards the developers. I don't want nobody to think that, oh, he's just bashing on the game, he's hating on the game. So, you know, it's not my problem. I just like what I like. I don't like what I don't like. I don't hate the developers for choosing to, or being forced to make this game whether or not they like it or not. I do think whether or not, if they were forced to or not, or they really wanted to pursue a Suicide Squad game, with everything that I said about the game, in conclusion, I want to say that I have nothing against the developing team who made Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. People who are going out there bashing, throwing out personal insults, threatening their families of the developers and everything. You are truly a piece of trash, scum of the earth, one of the worst human beings to get mad over some entertainment that we have a privilege to use and play. Honestly, bro, if you have a problem and all the say-so that's coming out, just make your own damn game, you know? Let it be at that. You don't have to go after all these people, like, I don't know if very many people have heard about the news of the Rocksteady developer, but there was a senior AI developer who took his own life because people did not like the material and the content he was creating for them. And he was a very hardworking way, but you're gonna take your work, your hard life's work to heart, because you know you want to make the very best for the consumers. You know, you want your very best product that you can make, and he took his own life. Like my condolences to the family and the whole team, and as a whole, I just think it's a terrible scene. I don't understand why someone would go to the lengths of just bashing and continuously even threatening their families. Like, you don't need to do all that. Just don't even bring it up, you know. It's nowhere as important to you as it is to them. It's their life's work. It's how they make their money. Alrighty. Well, thank you for watching, and bye.